Okay, as I promised, my next video, Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, in the Time to Play series. This is half time to play video, half video response to Goemons' video response to the Angry Nintendo Nerds review of Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. And Goemon, if I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. I'm doing the best I can. Now, the reason why I'm responding to Goemon's video instead of Nintendo Nerds, I guess because I conversed with Goemon, and I kind of got his permission to do this, and I loved his video. I thought it was very well done, very professionally well done, and I like how Goemon, even though he's a big fan of Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, his video response was not a fanboyish type video response. It was very professional, and he respected Nintendo Nerds' opinion. Just like Goemon, when I sat down and watched the Angry Nintendo Nerds video review of Castlevania 2, I was pretty much ticked off. Because I was like, wait a minute, I know he's not going to make fun of this. I can see him making fun of Roger Rabbit. I can see him making fun of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, a game that might be more horrible than Deadly Towers. And by the way, James, why didn't you review Deadly Towers and make fun of that game? Anyway, but to make fun of this game? This is a good game. How dare you make fun of this game? Then I actually sat down and watched the video. I said, whoa, wow, maybe this game ain't as good as I thought it was. He makes sense in what he says about this game. Nonetheless, just like Goemon, I don't care. Whether it's warm fuzzy nostalgia or whatever, it don't matter. This game is awesome. This game is a classic. And Goemon touched upon the Nintendo Nerds' complaint of not being able to swim when you fall in the water. Well, you couldn't do the same. You couldn't swim either in Part 1. And not everybody can swim, I guess, even though you're a bad vampire hunter. But I agree with Goemon when he said, it's just it's a basic obstacle in video games, unless you're Mario or Ninja Turtle, in Ninja Turtles 1, yeah, I agree with, you swim, turtles supposed to swim against the current, and they do in that water level, but they couldn't fall in that sewer water. Now that's an example of I think Goemon was saying lazy challenge. And I thought Goemon's video response was awesome, and I thought I'd respond to his video response in a desperate attempt to get more noticed here on YouTube. Anyway. Dang it, I forgot to get the white crystal. Oh, no, I got the white crystal. No, go back in there, you idiot. But yeah, I mean, there are times where I thought it was a glitch in the game right here or something. I'm a little kid. I didn't know what the heck was going on. The reason why I knew to jump right there, because, I thought, for some reason, sometimes the blocks felt like appearing, sometimes they didn't feel like it. And so I memorized that block's motion, and then I jumped and floated in the air. So that's how, I can get past this part without the white crystal. I love the music in this game, even though this music right here ain't all that, ain't that bad, and it's still part of my childhood. This was the very first Castlevania game that I played. On my birthday one year, I guess I was about 7 or 8 years old, I told my dad, I said, Daddy, surprise me with a game. Just go to the store and pick a game at random. I want to be surprised. That's not smart, because I didn't realize I did realize he could have picked maybe a game I wouldn't like, or I don't know, I just want to be surprised. And I guess my dad had good taste, because he picked this game, and I played it. I was getting my butt kicked at it. It was hard, but I liked it, and I was hooked. And everywhere I went, this was one of the games to play among me and my friends. And it was so popular among me and my friends that I still believe to this day that one of those quote-unquote friends stole it. It went missing at somebody's house, and they claim that they don't have it there, and that they can't find it, and they don't know where it's at. Anyway, that's an example of how popular this game was back in the day. I mean, this game was just the bomb, yo. And in my opinion, it is better than the first Castlevania. And right here, you talk to a member of the Taliban or whatever, or Al Qaeda, and okay, that was probably a racist remark, or whatever they are. But no, not to be racist, but she looks like one of those women that have a veil over their face, or whatever they are. You gotta get the O steak from her, And that's also one of the women that you buy stuff from. Heck, that might be a man, I don't know. But the graphics much better. I noticed something. Castlevania 3, Simon, the character design on Simon looks like the same as Part 1. You know, Part 3 is supposed to look either the same or better graphics-wise than Part 2, but I guess they just, I heard Part 3 had so much in the game, the graphics weren't as sharp as the ones graphics in Part 2. Okay, I just noticed a typo right there. Do you now possess Dracula's rib? Okay. Yeah, I'm a grammar Nazi. I like to notice and point out typos. Okay, yeah, I meant to fall there on purpose to get out of here. I don't have the holy water to test the bricks, and that was annoying. You know, you gotta freaking use the holy water over and over and over and over again. That was a freaking pain in the butt. I'd agree with Nintendo Nerd on that. That was a pain. That gargoyle scared the daylights out of me when I was a kid. Those freaking things are ugly. But they have a big heart though, which means more currency. Which is, you know, hearts are currency in this game. Don't make sense, but oh well. I think that was another Nintendo Nerd's complaint. Hearts currency. Oh, I didn't think about any of that. I didn't think about that when I was a kid. And to this day, I don't care. If hearts was currency, that's fine. I'm glad that's not the case in real life. You have to rip someone's heart out in order to buy something. Oof, that'd be terrible. But this game is a true nostalgia blast, and I don't care what anybody says about it. It's one of my favorites of all time. It's my favorite Castlevania of all time. Other Castlevania favorites are Castlevania Bloodlines and both Castlevania 64s. Believe it or not, I never really sat down to play Castlevania 3 yet. Yeah, I know. I don't know where I've been, or I don't know. I've just been doing life, and not doing life in prison, but you know, living life. Anyway, well, I did see Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse in the like a store catalog or whatever. When I was a kid, me and my cousin saw it in the newspaper. Oh, look, man, Castlevania 3 is out. Oh, because me and my cousin, he's one of the people that played this game a lot with me. And for some reason, I never got to play it. Or back then, you know, when I was a kid, I didn't have money. And as I got older, I forgot about the old Castlevania series and started moving on to the more modern video games. So that's pretty much why I never got to play Castlevania 3. But I will, as it will be my next video in the Time to Play series. And now you got the Cowardly Lion from the Wizard of Oz over here pouncing at me. I thought he was supposed to be a freaking coward. He's over here pouncing at me. Blue Panther, whatever the heck he is. Yeah, nighttime, you know, the enemies are stronger. And this man, I hate this leather whip. This leather whip, you know, it's the basic whip in the game. It's the first whip. It's so lame. Oh yeah, and speaking of whips, Nintendo Nerd bashed the flame whip. He said something about, well, what's with the flame whip? What's with that? What's wrong with the flame whip, Nerd? James? Nerd? Not in a mean way, but Nerd, that's your name. What's wrong with the flame whip? Come on now. Nothing wrong with the flame whip. That's awesome, man. I mean, imagine Indiana Jones had a flame whip. That'd be awesome. Would you call that lame? Hope not. Yeah, this part. All right. Yeah, energy. Yeah, look. This is like a Nightmare on Elm Street for the NES. The doors are open, but you can't go in them. You know, come on now. Just because it's nighttime don't mean I can't go in there. The door's open. Unless there's a security guard that kicks me out or something. You know. That's okay. Just kill time and kill zombies. It's pretty cool. But anyway, this is part 1, and this is the only video response I'm going to post up. I'm not going to post up other parts 2, 3, and 4 and clear up Goemon's video response space at the bottom of his video. But you know, stay tuned for parts 2, 3, or whatever, or whenever I stop playing. So yeah, stay tuned for part 2. Alright, the holy water. Alright, stay tuned for part 2.